You know, what you do in the gym is only a small piece when it comes to weight loss. The much bigger piece happens in the kitchen. We're talking the foods that God has designed. We're talking foods with minimal to one ingredient. We're talking foods that nourish your body. So let's talk about that today. Okay, so let's actually talk about this. So you've got the foods that God has designed for you, the foods that are nutritionally dense for your body, the foods that love you back. All right. And then you have the foods of the world, the foods in this worldly matrix system. And if you don't know what I mean by matrix system, I'd encourage you to go and watch the movie called The Matrix. Okay. The original movie. So not all the other ones in the series, because it was a series, but watch the movie The Matrix and you'll kind of get what I mean by that. So let's talk about the matrix food system for just a minute here. So why is it so important to step out of that system? And why does it make such a difference? Well, there's a couple things that I'm going to go over here regarding that. So number one, what you need to keep in mind is that system has literally paid top scientists, researchers, all of that, millions and in some cases billions with a B of dollars to literally turn your food into a science experiment, meaning that food is designed to bring you to the perfect bliss point. What does that mean for you? Well, I'm going to tell you, if you've been having a hard time losing that last 20 pounds, if you are having a hard time with snacking issues, if you are having a hard time with sugar, if you're having a hard time with hunger issues and emotional eating on top of it, I am willing to bet that you are consuming these matrix system foods, these worldly foods. Because and here's the thing about that. Okay, you actually might be making some efforts thinking that you're buying healthy stuff. But really, what you're doing is you're buying into the marketing that these companies are using, touting these products as healthy over and over and over again. The picture looks great. You got that nutrition bar on the photo and it looks really good. And they've got the special colors all around that. And they tout this thing to be so healthy. Look, it's low in calories. Look, it's full of this. It's full of that. Great source of fiber. I mean, they've got all the wording there and they're touting it as healthy. And it's not until you turn it over that you discover the truth, that it's not actually a healthy item. These pre-made foods, boxed foods, packaged foods, all of those foods are designed to bring you to a perfect bliss point. They have perfectly blended certain ingredients, which include processed sugars, bioengineered ingredients, GMO ingredients, all of that, to bring in a perfect formula to bring you to the perfect bliss point, which then eventually begins to form new neural pathways in your head. And it slowly begins to change your taste buds, your cravings, all of that. And then it hooks you in. All of that has now been changed eventually, and then it hooks you in. And this is just the kind of foods you're eating. Okay. Then there's the other aspect of it. Let's take it a little bit deeper. So that perfect bliss point actually touches the pleasure centers of your brain. So now with that in mind, add in the emotional eating. I know there's a lot of people out there that struggle with emotional eating and they beat themselves up for it. And I am here to tell you that you don't need to beat yourself up for that. Because at the root cause of that emotional eating is some of these industry ingredients that they're putting into your food. So that is why I started the video with talking about how it's important that you start with the kitchen. Okay. Most of your weight loss efforts is going to happen in your kitchen. Okay. The exercise and the movement and the routines, that's going to be a small part of it. It is going to be a part of it, but a small part of it. The larger part is what's happening in the kitchen. So now let's switch to the foods that God has designed. What does that look like? Well, simply put, I don't need to go too far into that here, but simply put, It's foods with minimal ingredients or foods with just one ingredient. I also had in the beginning of this video flashes of different foods that I eat and meals that I create. That's what eating whole foods looks like. And I know some of those pictures look delicious. Those are the meals I have, and it's delicious. It's extremely satiating. I have no snacking issues. I have no hunger issues. I don't emotionally eat. But that's not because I've taken some kind of magic pill. That's because I have gotten out of that matrix system. One last thing before I end this video here that I want to share with you. And this is actually from a boot camp series, an educational boot camp series that I have running right now that has empowered so many people nationwide and internationally. Okay. I want to share with you this particular portion of my boot camp because this is so powerful. Because I don't think we think this way anymore. And I kind of want to reintroduce it and help people to start thinking this way around their food and say, all right, so here's what it looks like to love what you eat. All right. I've kept my weight off for 6+ years now, and I feel like I eat like a king. That's not to say that I overindulge myself. And again, I'm reading from my boot camp. That's not to say that I overindulge myself. I really, truly do love what I eat, and I love the creations that I make. And you see, that's the key. It's being creative with whole foods, minimal ingredients foods, foods with just one ingredient. And being so creative with them, I'm making creations that I enjoy, and I'm keeping it simple, you guys. Part of loving what you eat is definitely about keeping it simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Find your hacks, find your groove, find what's going to work for you. It's all about falling in love with the foods that God has given us and the foods that He has designed. You following me here? Falling in love again with the nourishment that these foods provide for our bodies is very important. Through the worldly food matrix system, there's a lot of people that have lost that love for the foods that God has designed and that actually nourish our bodies. Okay, so I also want to note here, it's also not about restriction. It's not about seeing certain foods as restrictions. It's literally about viewing foods as fuel for your body and nourishment for your body. When you look at it this way, you literally unlock a deeper sense of satisfaction and joy in your health journey. Loving what you eat means appreciating flavors, nutrients, life-giving properties of whole animal-based foods. And it doesn't necessarily have to be animal-based, but I do support that. So as you grow in your health journey, loving what you eat becomes a way to express gratitude for the substance that God has provided. It is acknowledgement that that food is not the enemy, but a blessing meant to sustain your body, your mind, and your spirit. I'm going to go down a little further here because I just want to keep this video short. And I want to read to you this last portion here because I think it's just so very powerful. So God does not design food to be a source of frustration or guilt. He designed it to be a source of joy and nourishment. Learning to love the foods that love you back. Let me repeat that. Learning to love the foods that love you back creates a positive feedback loop. You enjoy eating, you feel better, and you continue making choices that support your health. Doesn't that sound so much better than eating the boxed, pre-made foods, packaged foods, and all of that? So I encourage you, step out of the matrix food system with me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a short video. It's 1 minute and 40 seconds that talks all about my boot camp. So stick with me through this video. I am giving away my 3 secrets to help you finally lose that last 20 pounds, to help you finally break through those sugar addictions, to help you finally break free from those snacking issues and those hunger issues. All in just 3 one-on-one sessions with me. You will be equipped with an empowered mindset. You will be equipped to see past the industry lies and avoid the common pitfalls. You will be equipped to see past the marketing deceptions that this industry uses. They put it all over their packages and make you think what you're buying is healthy when it's really not. I help you to see past all of that. Each session comes with its own booklet. These aren't just 2-3 pagers. These are 10, 16, 33 pages long. These are in-depth booklets. And you also get the recordings of each session to keep for life, so you can continue going back to those and review that. This is all going for only $75. And honestly, that is a steal. I've given a couple of people an insider look of everything that's in my boot camp. I had one of them say that my boot camp is actually worth $1,000. I had another one that said she would actually expect to pay $1,500. And I'm offering my boot camp for only $75. You got nothing to lose but those extra pounds. You have everything to gain in the right way. So click below. There's a link below in my mini boot camp in the description below. Click that link. Let's go. I'll see you inside. Amazing, right? So I'm going to tell you, jump into my boot camp. The link is in the comments below. I promise you, you're not going to be sorry. $75 is a small investment. Seriously, if you're having a hard time getting that $75 together, I think you need to prioritize some other things in your life, because $75 for your health, whew, that is a very small price to pay. All right. So have a great rest of your day or evening, depending on where you are in the world and what time of day you're listening. I will talk to you on the next video. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, share my video if you think it was empowering, and let's go.